Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. My name is
Hello.
Jonathan with Cinco Squad. With me are my boys, Grandpa Jay, Pat and Hat,
Yeah,
and
boy.
Mike DeSanto. How's everyone going today? How's everyone going today? I'm going great.
Boy,
Going here, going there.
Going straight to your ears tonight.
I'm done hosting.
Mike, take it away.
Yo, turn your microphone down, dude.
Take it away, Mike.
Take your headphones off.
We're a Cinco squad, and
What's up, everybody? Today is Thursday, our last episode of the year. We got a plethora of things to talk about. Yeah, I'm bringing plethora back.
I like it. No, I'm in favor.
We got biggest moments, biggest loser, biggest winner for player and team, and then we have our predictions for the college football playoff. Obviously, you know where I'm going.
Big review. Yeah, TCU, right?
So,
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
but how you guys doing this week? I mean, you guys enjoying the week off? Most of us. Oh wait, I'm off. I'm sorry.
Come on,
I'm off
man.
now. As of today, I'm off.
How's everyone's holiday? And how's everyone's week?
Good. I mean, I had a wonderful Christmas. Got to see a lot of the family, which was nice, and it's warming up now up here in the north, so it's nice.
It's
How about
weird. Feels very weird.
Right.
I'm like, there's snow. It was just very cold. Now the sun?
What is that?
What is this?
Yes, I was freezing on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, and then it shot up to 80.
Stop that.
It was 35 degrees out.
No, 35.
That's cold.
What was it up here, Mike? What was it up here?
Well, it depends on what you're asking about. Are you asking about what the
Did
actual
thermometer
temperature was or
even
the
work
field?
today, gentlemen?
Because
What's that?
The actual was 0.
Did the thermometer even give a reading, or was it just like?
Oh, it gives a reading up there. It's just cold.
Yeah, negative.
It gets frozen in one spot.
Yeah. The feels like, for reference, on I believe it was Christmas Eve, was negative 22.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cold.
Good times.
But
How were your guys' holidays?
very good, very good. Just kind of chilled, watching football.
Very chill.
Very relaxing. Very relaxing.
Sometimes
Sports definitely. I guess all the sports. I don't even know what I'm saying. Go ahead, Pat.
It was Santa delivered on Christmas Day.
Correct. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like it was a great weekend of sports. I guess I'm just out of
Oh,
it.
it wasn't Eagles' loss.
I know it wasn't that. But we played great in minor some plays and stuff like that. But we'll get to that later in the show. But we have to get to what you sipping on this week. So, Pat, what you sipping on, sleepyhead?
I'm sipping. Yeah, I'm literally waking up from a nap and just pounding a beer on
Wow.
stream. Voodoo Ranger.
Improvement.
I'm blocking it because they don't sponsor us. Look at that.
Where's the Red Ranger?
How is that, Pat? Because I see that all over here.
I got a piece of glue.
Not very good.
There's pieces of glue in it.
On top, yeah. Oh my god, dude! I gotta reset my whole day. What's up? How you doing? I'm Pat Hughes.
No,
we did that before. We already did that.
No, it's good. I mean, it's a lot of. It's like 7%. I think it says. Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
7%, baby.
Try it if you must, Mike. I warn you.
If I must. If I'm
Jamie,
forced.
what you sipping on over there?
I'm sipping on my rejuvenation juice, coconut water all the way. All right,
Still reviving, huh?
Still reviving. Still not allowed to dibble dabble in the spirits. So
Doctor's orders.
Yes.
keeping it clean. But nothing like some cold coconut water at the end of the day. Mikey,
It's very good.
please entertain us with this week's beverage of the week.
Finish the year strong, Mike.
Well,
You have to.
We have a return this week. The return of Bailey's S'mores.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is back.
It is back and better than ever. That is actually very good.
It has all the inklings of a White Russian. Take it away, dude. Take it away. Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
White Russian mudslide. It's in the family.
It's under the rug, man. It's under the rug.
John, what you sipping on this fine evening?
I actually found something on social media that I was like, oh, let me try this because
What are you?
I found this on Instagram that it's Disaronno.
Island, dude.
and Corona, and it's supposed to taste like Dr. Pepper. And
Don't do
I've already had it.
Wow.
It's very good. I've already had
Is
it. It's very good. Malin already had some too. She's like, yeah, it tastes just like Dr. Pepper. It's really
It
good.
tastes like Dr.
I
Okay.
am not
Well,
a
as a Dr. Pepper
so
fan, I
will
must try
spit that
this now.
shit back out in my
Yeah.
cup.
I don't like liqueur, so I mean, but it does taste like Dr. Pepper. As my face is like,
Oh, you know it's a hard sip when his freaking cheeks go all up inside his eyeballs. Oh.
I wouldn't. I'm not I don't like mixing like that, but I mean, it does taste like Dr. Pepper. It really does. It's crazy the taste difference, but. I just spent money on a bottle of Disaronno I probably won't ever touch again.
You gotta really like
if
Dr.
any-
Pepper to finish that.
If any of our viewers would like a open bottle of Disaronno, let me know. I will ship it
I'm
to
viewing
you.
right now, man. Send it up north.
Guys,
Sorry, viewers only. But
Uncle Mike has a good phrase that we should use more often.
Uncle
what's
Mike.
that?
It's Cinco o'clock somewhere.
It's Cinco
O'clock
I'll
somewhere.
mess with that.
We're gonna, Uncle Mike. We're gonna bring in the new year with that.
yeah.
So we have a Cinco Squad fantasy football update. The champion of this year will go to drumroll please, Bell. Mr. Cinco, Trey Booker, 2022 Fantasy Football League inaugural season.
He is so lucky Daniel Jones sucks.
But
It should be me.
Mr. Cinco Trey has won $175, and I had a surprise for you guys that didn't come until after the show on Thursday last week. But he will also be receiving this championship ring,
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
and it's an actual good. It's actually a heavy ring. It's
What's the front of it? Read it
It's-
off. Describe it for our audio listeners.
so it has our logo, Cinco Squad, of course, and then it says on the top Cinco Squad, and then it says Fantasy Football Champion. So each year from here on out, you will be receiving, whoever wins will be receiving this ring, and you'll have to pass it on to whoever, which is pretty cool.
So next year, if Trey doesn't win,
You'll have to ship it out,
Right. Okay.
Oh,
and you have to pay for
postage
shipping.
included in this?
No.
He's got to take some of that winnings and put on
We
postage.
should, we should give Team Senior Soya his kudos for finishing.
Yes, he defeated my father, but my dad.
My
Oh, right. He defeated right. He went right to the very end. Yeah.
Yep.
If Tyreek Hill scores a touchdown, catches more passes, if
Waddle took all the
if
big
Tua-
plays away from him.
if-
Waddle took all the big plays away from
but
him.
Tyreek had 110 yards.
I know,
receiving.
but Waddle had the big plays that would have got him like
Mhm.
18 points.
So I mean, like you think about it, like he gets a touchdown. If Tua doesn't fall apart in the second half,
Concussed.
we have another, probably another person winning right now. So,
Right.
but it was a great like championship game. So I think Trey only won by I think it was 161 to 143. So it was only 18 points, which is not a lot.
This
Oh,
guy came from behind with the last catch of the game from Chris God. I told my nephews I need 14.3 to win. I got 14.3 points.
Are you
Really fat.
really excited
Really
to
fat.
be the second
Really
loser?
fat. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Look at you get excited about third place.
Hold on one second. I gotta get.
I'm officially on the
I'll be right
podium
back.
in year one.
Stay on that podium. I'm
I am in the
over hanging
championship
out.
game. I'm in the championship game in my big league though, so that's gonna be exciting.
Word. I'm championship in my work league.
Nice.
And projected to win.
Big stakes.
I
guys.
said Dak Prescott tonight, so we'll see how
8-point
that
underdog.
goes.
Smart move.
I'm playing Mike White, the White Knight.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you like that.
Look at
That's
this fun
a
fact,
gamble,
guys,
yeah,
real
man.
quick.
All right.
The interception that ended the Steelers Raiders game
Wow.
was down at the 32
And
with
for
32
Franco,
seconds
that's
remaining in the game.
Pretty awesome.
Win it for
RP.
Frank.
RP, pour
It's
one out.
so weird how sports like sometimes just has those freaky sort of things happen.
Serendipitous.
Not any more perfect than that.
Yeah.
It's so serendipitous.
So
He did tell me about this today, by the way.
Yeah.
0.7.
Fuck
Yeah.
the Broncos.
I'm
I'm so happy Russell Wilson just downed that team. They gave up. I've never seen an NFL team give up like the Broncos gave up.
So for me finishing last, the ring
Wait, did you
company.
really finish last?
I finished dead last.
Say that. Wait, hang on. Zaz didn't hear that. Can you say that louder?
I did finish last. I'm
With
not
the
lying.
first pick overall?
Yeah, so Jamie, so the first person I went to is texted Jamie. I was like, yeah, right here, last.
Yeah, John and I. John
So for the year, I'll have to put this in my car.
Wow, dude.
I finished dead
last.
last.
What sucks is you don't have to ship that around, so just keep it in Miami.
You can keep that under your pillow for 3 years.
No, I mean it was a rough year.
I want you to take a picture of that sleeping with it like Messi did with the trophy.
I just wear the second ring they sent to me for fun. I'm a winner. I'm a winner.
Just say FML on that one, so they made a mistake with the letter in the middle. FML.
I should have bought one of these rings for like Malin when I proposed. Like, here you go.
I'll take a championship ring.
You're my champion.
You're my fantasy football champion.
Champion of my fantasy, Malin.
This one didn't cost as much, but
Listen,
there you go.
It comes with a second one.
and Trey pulled out the freaking fantasy football ring. Oops,
right. If
wrong
we were
one.
at the wedding and you guys exchanged like Super Bowl style fantasy football rings, I think at least your whole side would have freaked. We would have all freaked out.
We would have been chest bumping.
Facts.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Facts.
God!
Facts.
It's happening. It's really happening.
Mike would have been singing in the corner. We are the champs.
Champ.
While crying.
In between
I was
tweeters.
crying anyways.
We're all crying. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a fun year. It was a fun league.
Yeah.
Everyone had a great time. My dad sent me a message like that morning, said he had a great time. He can't
Awesome.
wait for next year. So, it was a great year.
We gotta get
Depending on,
to go in. Maybe we start like a group chat amongst everybody in the league. So
yeah, we will for that for sure.
Yeah.
Be a lot
But,
more shit talking.
And for next year, like it depends on who returns. We'll definitely open it up in the show to see who wants to join. I know Garrick and Anthony just said already talking trash, saying that they'll beat us. So
we're gonna expand.
Bring it.
12? We're gonna expand to 12 and just have two expansions.
I like the 10. I don't like going to Seattle or Las Vegas. So
No, we're gonna go to Quebec.
Yeah. Quebec and Frankfurt, Germany.
So, but yeah, it was. What sucks is my other league, my bigger money league. I'm the highest point scorer the last 6 weeks, and I didn't make the playoffs, but I've been outscoring everybody by at least like 30 or 40 points.
Don't matter.
Sucks.
Don't matter.
And I have Cam Akers, so I started Cam Akers last week because I'm actually still playing. Like,
Finally
I
had,
crushed it.
more points.
bro, he had 39 points. I'm
Whole
like,
season.
God damn it, bro. Like,
Yes, sir.
This whole season in 1 week. Way to go, Cam.
yeah, really. I mean, and your point on the Broncos. I mean, I think Nathaniel Hackett got a raw deal, honestly, because I think that he pretty much. You can't expect a guy to come in one season. I mean, the team he had around him, but I don't think Russell Wilson was the sole blame. I think the GM made some
he's
bad.
got a big blame.
The GM made some terrible moves too. I mean, trading away half your defense. They were number 3 scoring defense in the league.
Well, they knew they weren't going anywhere with the Chiefs being number.
And they didn't have any picks. They didn't have any picks.
No.
Yeah,
But
because
gotta rebuild
Russell
on the other
Wilson.
side of the ball.
But like we said in the group chat this week, especially after they fired him, someone had to be the scapegoat for
Of
this
course.
terrible.
Oh yeah,
season.
they just
And it's
paid
way
Russ.
easier.
They just paid Russ $250 million.
Yeah.
I'll
Right.
admit, Russ didn't have a good year. I don't think he's done. I think he's got a lot.
Oh, I think he
I don't
does
think
not
he's
look
done.
like he plays football like he used to play football.
Well, I don't think so either. But he's not going to play football like he used to, right? So he was always trying to strive to be the greatest and try to be was always hungry. And I think he lost some of that hunger. When you get paid that much money, we see it a lot of guys. They also
He
fall
has
off.
as much passing touchdowns this year as he does bathrooms in his mansion.
Bruh.
What's wrong with that?
Let that sink in.
Yeah, Russ is all good.
No pun intended.
The amount of gummy bears and weed Russ is smoking right now, this man don't even know he's in Denver.
That's the problem.
No,
That's
he's
problem.
still,
He kept
he's
driving-
such a swear. He ain't doing that shit.
No, he kept driving. No, the reason why he was so off because he kept driving.
Blaze, bro. His eyes
He-
always looking.
It makes sense why
He
he's
kept-
doing that little circular thing midfield.
Wee!
I love
He kept-
Seattle. Dude, you're in
Well-
Denver.
Well, the problem is he kept showing up at Coors Field. They're like, the Rockies were like, get out of here. You're not in the wrong place.
Well, but I was a top 10 pick, guys. Come on.
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
Let's ride, man.
Broncos country.
We're the
I'm
Rock-
high.
So Uncle Mike has a question in the comments. Are there any new ideas or segments that you can share for Cinco Squad 23? Not as of yet. We will have
next segment.
not as of yet. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. I think Anthony really likes the Broncos.
No, he was not. I believe he's a Bills or a Cowboys fan.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
That's
No, it's okay. I think the one segment.
He's young enough. He can still change.
Don't worry, I'm trying.
Not to the Giants.
Yes, of course, Giants.
To the nation's bird.
No. Yeah, the Falcons.
The nation's bird. The
Falcons.
Eagles.
Falcons.
It was almost a turkey. A little historical fact in
Yes.
Cinco Squad.
Well,
Like what Cleveland has painted on their football team.
The little dwarf.
the little gremlin.
I love
The
that.
gremlin transformed from turkey to gremlin.
but
It's a Thanksgiving miracle.
I think we need to get to this. Hey, boys, I want to know how you guys is Jamie and Pat. How'd your Paymays parlays go out last week? Did you guys hit on any of them?
I think I hit. I forget what we actually
You got
went with.
one right, bro.
Yeah, I got
Only
one.
the
right.
only the Bruins call. That was it. Everything
Okay.
else done.
Well, I thought you got the Hurricanes one.
Oh
too.
no, I got Houston. I got Houston too.
So we got Houston and Bruins for last
Yeah,
week.
That's it.
Okay,
the
so-
Hurricanes went over. That game was 6-5.
Okay, so it was 11. We said
Yeah.
11. So, all right, so we'll send it over to Pat and Grandpa Jay to get this week the end of the year's Paymay parlay. and
Wait,
hopefully-
we say we suck, and then you're like, all right, go in.
yeah, hopefully everyone as gamblers know, everyone has a slow streak. So we'll get up there. So we'll throw it over to you boys for Paymay parlay. Oh,
No,
Ricka.
Remix. All right, so we had a slow
love
week last week. We missed the week before. We missed it by one game. We kind of went back to the pits. We're gonna end the year strong. We gotta put this one in. And
It's gonna
see if
feel
we
good.
hit. We have to put this one in. So we're going.
That's my
all the
motto,
way.
Jamie.
We're going all the way this time. All right. I'm gonna give you a Friday night pick, a Saturday night pick, and a Sunday pick. So I'm gonna start with my Friday night. I gotta stay in the NBA. The Bucks need a big win at home. They haven't been playing great. The Timberwolves are coming into town. They're not playing great basketball right now. Bucks are only 5.5-point favorites. Bucks are gonna lay the wood on the Timberwolves and beat them by at least 12 or 13. So I'm taking the Bucks on Friday night to cover the 5.5. What you got, Pat?
I did the same thing as you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I'm gonna go reverse of how I actually feel about these.
Okay.
Bears Lions under 52 points.
Okay. That's your number one.
That's my number one. That's my number one. Take it if you want it.
Okay.
I don't see the Bears scoring that much. The Lions are gonna win this game, but it's still a division game. It's in a dome. Feels
I
good.
see the Lions running it up, man. I think after last week, the way practice went this week, I think they're gonna throw the ball. They're gonna throw the ball all over the place. I can see them scoring 41 on their own. So Vegas.
Yeah, and I don't see the Bears scoring that much.
Well, all they gotta do is score 10. So you're going with the under in that game.
That's
all
my
right,
under.
Let's take it to Saturday night for me. I'm going with the Dogs.
Okay.
6.5-point favorite over the Ohio State Buckarooskies. So I'm definitely taking Georgia and riding that. I think they're going to win by more than a touchdown. The defense is going to create points and scenarios to score points.
Yeah.
That's what they did last year. They'll do the same thing this year. We're hoping it's a game. It's probably not going to be a game by the start of the fourth quarter. Dogs definitely covering the 6.5 for me.
All right. I'm actually going the other game, Michigan TCU.
Nice.
I'm going Michigan minus 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be an absolute shit pumping. Last year's got a bad taste in their mouth. They want to finish strong. They're going to beat and whoop TCU, and John's going to love it.
TCU is pesky, though. That quarterback is pesky, man.
It is, but 7.5. Michigan.
Let's go!
I don't know why I knew that was going to happen.
No shit.
It's the shit pumping of a century.
For my Sunday game, I got to go with the Vikings. Too many close games for them to get 3.5. Every game for them seems to be within 3 or 2 or 1. I don't see that being any different. I'm shocked that Green Bay wasn't 2.5 point favorites. So I'm definitely taking the points with the Vikings at 3.5 because somehow, some way, one of those teams wins by 3. So the Vikings win or they cover. So I'm going 3.5 for the Vikings as my Sunday game of the week for me in terms of where you're gonna put your money and get some. So
all right, I'm gonna finish on a Friday NBA game.
Yeah.
Grizz -4 against the Raptors.
That's definitely going to hit.
It's I'm feeling that. Raptors are in shambles too. Grizz got to come back. I like the Grizz.
That's a home game, right?
I think it's in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, it made me think. Yeah. There's a lot of close bets this week looking at everything.
Look, this is the toughest week to bet the NFL by far.
Oh, absolutely. You're getting down to the grindstone.
You got a lot of guys that are showing up on the injury report. You don't know certain teams. Like, it's weird. Here's the weirdest scenario, right? I love Houston +4.
I was looking at that game.
But the way Doug came out and said, we ain't resting nobody. We're playing to win the game. Yeah. Jacksonville is going to make a statement. The weird thing is this game, neither game matters. Tonight doesn't matter for the Titans. Neither does this game matter for Jacksonville.
It's all week 18.
About next week, head-to-head, winner takes all, goes to the playoffs. So that's really the first playoff game of the year is Jags-Titans next week. It's going to be
it's the only play-in game of a professional sport. I love it.
Awesome.
That game should be played in Dayton.
Yes, they should flex that to Sunday night, knowing that it doesn't matter what everybody else does.
Even though no one wants to watch that game, it should be a color rush Sunday night prime time.
Yep, I'm digging that. All right, so let's kick it back to the boys. Let's see what they think about this week's Pay Me Parlay, gentlemen.
Hey, Pat. Just so you know, Grizz and Raptors are playing right now. So we might need to just race that one. They're winning by 21.
All right, so if we could have bet it on Friday night, I would have hit that on the money.
I was just looking to see who's home and away, but the Grizzlies are away and they're winning by 21 right now. So
I think the Raptors play.
I think I got it. No, it's a good idea.
Who do they play on Friday night?
I'll do it.
All right. Change it up for a Friday. Suns Raptors.
Right.
That's a good.
I'm taking Suns. They're giving Raptors -2.5. Go Suns.
Okay.
So. The one pick I like is I love the Michigan pick. It's great. It's beautiful. It's the best thing Pat's ever said.
Perfect.
Whoa, I said, God, you're one of my best friends. You don't like that?
No, that's not more than that.
My dude.
So I think the Suns the cover. Because I do like Jamie's idea with the Vikings and the Packers, because the Vikings have been playing so many close games this year, and they've started so damn slow every single week. So I think the one game, if I had to eliminate, would be the Suns to cover.
Okay.
That's fine. That was off the cuff.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Go over your picks again, just so I can refresh my memory.
All right, so I think I got them here. Pat, you going to do your two? Go ahead.
Yeah. Bears Lions under 52.
Okay.
Michigan -7.5 over TCU. And what I say?
The Suns are over Raptors.
Yeah, Suns cover.
I got the Bucks over the T-Wolves 5.5. That's in Milwaukee on Friday night. I got Georgia covering the 6.5 on TCU. On Ohio State. And I got the Vikings at 3.5. Even though they're at Lambeau Field, I believe
the frozen tundra.
The winner wins by 3. So, taking the points with the Vikings.
The tundra, the global warming field.
Yeah, I would. In that case, with all those, I would say probably the one I'd kick is Suns Raptors.
See
you, Suns boys.
Just because there's
no sunshine in Toronto in December, buddy.
No sunshine in Rochester or Syracuse.
Sunshine when you gone.
Oh, that's a good song,
right?
But yeah, no. Well, I think we'll kick the Suns Raptors only because I think that has a greater margin for error in my mind.
Okay,
$100, bro.
So we got all those picks. If anyone takes their advice and picks them, let us know. We will be posting that tonight after the show.
Let us know how much money.
Yeah.
Know how much money
if you bet $100 on that, I guarantee the payouts well over 15 grand.
So we're gonna be posting. We're going to be posting that to our social media pages after the show, right after the show, and then let us know if those hit.
Bet on those bowl games because those seem like surefire wins.
Fire.
Yeah. I think Georgia. I mean, that brings us into our next one is obviously the New Year's Six Bowl with
Look at that segue.
With the New Year's Six Bowl predictions.
So smooth.
We got a lot of good matchups coming up here with. Orange Bowl tomorrow night, with number 6 Tennessee versus number 7 Clemson. We're going to see the new kid from Clemson, the freshman, start the game. Alabama, Kansas State, which I think is going to be a whopping.
I don't think so, man. I think that's a great prequel going into.
No, because Will Anderson and Bryce Young are both playing in that game.
They haven't been that impressive in many games to end the season.
I think they're going to beat Kansas State by at least 2 or 3 touchdowns.
No, sir.
USC, Tulane. Depends on Caleb Williams if he's playing or not, but I think
want to see Tulane just crush them.
I'd love to see Tulane give him a game. The one game I'll watch on Monday, or I think it's Sunday now, is Utah and Penn State, the Rose Bowl. That's gonna be a good game. Those two teams will be fighting for a lot for next year. And then obviously the semifinal with my boys going up against TCU, and then Georgia taking on Ohio State, the huge underdog. So. What are your guys' thoughts? Okay, so first of all, besides the college football playoff, what game are you guys looking forward to the most? I'll throw it over to Mike first.
Besides the college football playoff?
Yeah, we'll do the semis later.
Yeah. Honestly, that Sugar Bowl does interest me. I think it could be. It is a game that could end up being, if everybody on Alabama plays to their potential, it could be a big blowout. But I don't think it's necessarily going to be. I loved seeing the fight in Kansas State in that Big 12 championship game. I think that was that was a great game. First of all, it was one of the best games of the season.
Agreed.
So. I think at least for the first half, we're going to get a pretty good matchup between the two. So I'm excited to see what that Sugar Bowl ends up turning into.
Yeah, that looks like a great game, and I would have said so if Bryce Young and Will Anderson weren't playing, which is kind of weird that they're playing, especially after the last 6 years of top picks not playing. But
you know what though?
I think Bryce Young has a lot to play for right now.
Even though it's going to change, not next year, it doesn't change. That's Saban's way of saying we play our players. If you want a good product, put us in there. If there's a debate, we're not going to sit first rounders. We're playing them. That's his way of sending a message next year to say, don't F around. We're going to give you a good product if Bama gets in.
Pat, what are you thinking is the best game except the playoff?
I'm right there with you. Alabama, Kansas State. That was the most intriguing one that caught my eye. I mean, you got Alabama, who's always there, always consistent, and then Kansas State just out of nowhere randomly just pops up on the radar. Yeah. And it's not only that, but it's crimson against purple. You don't see those color matchups a lot. But I'm going the opposite way with Saban. I think he's just putting his players out there and be like, hey, if you guys want pro aspects, you better play. And I will help you out in the draft process because you played for me in these bowl games. Yeah. They're gonna get money either way.
He has
not a playoff, but
yeah.
What?
No, I was saying he has the record to show. Hey, I've put how many players in the NFL over my time here. So I agree with Pat.
Yeah,
and it shows ultimately if Kansas State wins, they beat the full strength Alabama team.
Right.
They didn't play.
And an SEC school where all these teams are trying to go Big Ten and SEC, they're saying, hey, we could be right here every year in the Big 12 from here on out.
Correct. Jay, what you thinking?
That one time that Tulane Green Wave not going to be the
Jamie is.
How long did you have that ready?
What was that?
Tulane Green, the mean green waves of Tulane upsetting Mr. Heisman if he does decide to play the game. I like Tulane. They're an explosive offense. I think they're going to give USC a game. They're going to put themselves on the map. What about you, John? Who you got?
I'm going to stick with the Rose Bowl as Utah and Penn State. I think that's the most interesting. I'm going to watch all four, but I think that's the most interesting to me because I think that these two teams have a lot to play for next year, and I think this is going to make a statement for their ranking next year, their preseason ranking, because they're bringing a lot back. And Penn State played Michigan pretty tightly in the first half. Until like Michigan, ran away with it. But, they're a tough team. They're a good defense, top 5 defense, top 25 offense. They're number 11 team in the country. So it should be a good matchup. But I am interested to see that Tulane game. I wonder what US, I really am.
So Tulane's got the best color scheme and the best mascot in the game.
Best mascot, bro.
Best mascot.
So,
and the players get free beignets. Hey, do you guys think?
Wait, whoa, hold up! You glazed over that. Is that real? Is that fact?
I'm pretty sure you do, bro.
That's amazing.
Why? Where's Tulane?
Forever. You got in
New Orleans.
Do you guys feel Utah would have been the best replacement for Ohio State to possibly give Georgia a run for their money, or no?
No.
Probably
not.
No, because I think the 4 teams that are in the playoff are the best 4 teams in football. Minus maybe Alabama in there. I know we hate Alabama. I know we do, but like I hate to say it, but like these are the 4 best teams. You can't take out a 1-loss TCU team who played, and it's something that you said, Jamie. You can't punish them for playing their conference championship game and then losing on a game-winning touchdown in overtime. So it's not you can't punish someone like that, and that went 12-0 throughout the regular season. Did their what they're supposed to do. It's kind of like a team in the college basketball ranks making it to their finals, their conference, championship game, and they're a top team all year, and then all of a sudden they lose that game and they don't make the tournament. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's a little harder to do.
All right, so for the bowl prediction, let's do this. Put your drinks up if you think it's going to be a Georgia-Michigan final.
My drink's gone, but I agree.
Yeah, boy, Mikey.
John, you don't think so? You
No.
think Ohio State's going to win? You're going for your rival game.
Oh, no, that's
I'm not going for it. I'm not going for
biased.
it. No, how is it biased? Why would I want to play Ohio State? We just
Because you're
beat
like,
them.
the best rivalry.
So no, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the way we embarrassed Ohio State. I mean, it's a slim chance, but I do.
Do you smell fair? Someone don't want a rematch with Georgia, do they?
No, we don't.
Smell it all the way from here, baby.
right.
Fucking your tail.
But at the same time,
I mean, honestly, like I don't want to play Georgia again. They're a tough team. They're a very good team, and if they get by Ohio State, it's going to be a very tough matchup.
Now you're dealing with calmer talk. I've heard
but the
this
thing
before
is,
too.
Look at! I spent $500 on those tickets to go to that game last year, and I left at halftime. I never fucking leave at games ever. So, yes, I do not want to play Georgia again.
John's like, I gotta vacuum the house anyway.
but at the same time,
But I'm not going this time. I ain't going to Arizona.
At the same time,
Well, it's funny too because on a side note, Malin's working the Orange Bowl here, and then I'm like, damn, why could you do this last year? I could have snuck in with it.
no. At the same time, though, he's an experienced enough Michigan fan. You have to realize that he's asking for a rematch against Ohio State.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
It's not a good. It's not a good ask either way.
No.
It's not a good ask, but I just think that Ohio State has a lot to play for.
Yeah.
As a non-biased conference fan and whatnot. I mean, they're just they're gonna come out firing on all cylinders. They have a little chip on their shoulder, so they have had 6 weeks to recover. So they've had a lot of rest. So
because they didn't play the conference championship, right?
Yeah, so they've been off since November 26th. So it's a tough matchup. I don't think they, I'm saying on a slim chance they win, but obviously Georgia is the powerhouse.
You know what you're asking for? You're asking for TCU to beat Michigan.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not.
The way you're talking about the other game, karma bites you in the ass. I'm telling
TCU,
you.
I've said it. TCU, I did not. It's like, who would I want to play, Ohio State or TCU? And that's a tough matchup either way. But TCU is a tough team.
Mm-hmm.
they are a tough team and they're gritty. They know how to like just play. I mean, they do ball out all the time, and Dugan can do it at multiple different levels. I think he's the best. I think he's the best quarterback in the draft. He's better than CJ Stroud, and he's better than Bryce Young, in my opinion. But that's my
Levy, whatever.
He's a better competitor. I don't think the intangibles add up to being a better pro prospect. He's a better competitor. That's what I feel with him. He's gonna give you everything. He's gonna give you everything, and he's gonna leave it all out there for you. And you're gonna get a guy that's gonna bust his ass for you.
He wasn't even supposed to be the starter this year, though. Didn't they have two starters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he beat him out for the job because they weren't playing.
Yeah, and
well.
he went up for the Heisman.
Okay, so since the three of us held our drinks up, we got Georgia, Michigan. Any of you guys going to Michigan?
We got to hold our drinks up.
Going
Going Michigan.
It's Georgia repeat.
The three of us.
What are you talking about?
The national championship.
Michigan. We have.
We'll do that next show.
We'll do that next year.
Yeah, exactly. So we got the Cotton Bowl. So Orange Bowl. What do you guys think is the matchup? Who's going to win that game?
Tennessee.
Really? That's good.
I would actually say
it's a good
match.
Clemson with that young quarterback. I mean, Pat and I watched it firsthand against Syracuse.
Yeah,
he's a playmaker, man. He's going to be really good.
Spank on UNC too. That defense is ready to play.
I'm also going to throw this out there. Whoever wins the Orange Bowl between these two orange schools should claim the word orange.
Ugliest orange in the universe.
Oh, okay. So we'll take it away from Syracuse. Gotcha.
Hey, let me give you a story. My Florida Gator obsessed nephew opens a Christmas present, and out comes the ugliest orange in the world. And then it's confirmed with Tennessee on it. And he puts it on and refused to take it off for the entire day. So him and my dad, his dad and I look at him like, what in the hell are you wearing, boy? And he's like, baseball. And I'm like, first of all, that ugly orange has to go. So you better enjoy it on Christmas Day because that's just going back tomorrow. He had it on the next day too. He didn't want to take it off just to rub it in. I'm like, you're a brave kid, boy.
All right, Orange man. Who's your pick?
Clemson.
All right, Clemson. Mike has Tennessee. Clemson. Pat.
Yeah, it's like Clemson.
Okay, I'm going with you too. I'm going Clemson. So we got 3 Clemsons and a Tennessee.
Wait,
I mean, Tennessee. There are a lot of players are sitting on that team.
I was going to say, is Hendon Hooker
from Tennessee?
Hendon Hooker hasn't been playing. He's tore his ACL. Remember?
Oh yeah. What about Hyatt? Is Hyatt playing?
No.
Okay, Clemson.
Nope, you said your pick. We're moving on. Sorry, Sugar Bowl. All right, so who do you guys got in this game?
Bama.
Upset City.
You got
Wildcats.
Wildcats.
You got Bama, Pat?
Bama.
Mike?
Upset City.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I got Bama by like 2.
Got a Bama ball on the layup.
Two touchdowns.
Anybody remember High School Musical? They're the Wildcats.
Bama picks, man.
Cotton Bowl. USC.
Wait. Bring that back. Did you just bring up High School Musical?
Goddamn right I did.
That's a 10-second. Uncle Mike, there's a new segment. We get the 10. We get the 10-second mute. 10-second mute.
Oh shit, man. I'm gonna accumulate those pretty quick.
Yes, we are.
Good. Just leave.
I was gonna say something about it refrained.
All right, Cotton Bowl.
Oh, Tulane. I just word on the street is to get free beignets. So Tulane.
Ain't about that green wave, boy. All about that green wave.
Why do you keep doing that?
Because it's the best character ever in a sports movie.
What, Waterboy?
Yeah,
they're from Louisiana. Tulane's from Louisiana.
Oh, I didn't know that movie was.
Context clues were everywhere.
You're missing the reference there, John. Jeez, man.
You should know this. We went to school together. I don't know context clues. I thought that was in the back of the book.
That's the appendix.
Mike, who you got? You going to Trojan?
I can see your appendix.
Are you riding the green wave?
There could be a Trojan horse on the horizon, gentlemen.
Whoa.
But it will be
Is that a
washed.
sex move?
No, it's not. No,
that's
if
a
you knew
sex
history,
reference.
if you knew history.
I don't even know where the book is, so you can't.
Okay, we'll talk about that at some point. But however, the
How
Trojan
books
horse
work.
will be washed away by the
Ooh,
green wave.
yeah.
By the
It's
green
so
wave.
vivid. It's a picture in my mind, man.
John, you going with the
I make history come alive.
quadrangular Tulane pick here? Or are you going Trojans?
No, I'm gonna go USC by a touchdown.
Have to spoil it.
Are we all gonna have
Have
one of
to
these
spoil it.
games?
No beignets for you, bro. No beignets for you.
What's a beignet?
Oh, next. Go to
No,
the next
no,
game, bro.
we need
Yeah,
a
you
whole
give yourself a
episode,
10-second
man.
timeout for saying that.
Yeah, we need
All
a whole
right.
episode. Just to
All
cover
right.
the general.
We've already been on this segment way too long. So Rose Bowl. That's a tough game.
Mm.
Game.
Utah, because they're just weird.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
love
go
the
Utah.
weirdos out in
Utah
Utah.
is the fourth
I'm
best
going
team
Utah.
right now. I'm going
Add
Utah.
it to the states that
Yeah, you-
don't want us anymore.
Yeah,
Them in
Utah.
Oklahoma. Utah, you're weird. You're just weird.
They're just
I'm
weird.
going Utah. So
Oh,
all
there
four
goes
of
the
us,
Utah crowd.
all
Freaking
four,
weirdos.
we're rooting for him. So I mean, I guess. So
yeah. It's a backhanded compliment. I guess.
so Michigan, TCU. All of us have Michigan.
Yep.
All of us have Michigan. No,
Has anybody seen that video of the guy at the wedding that pulls up his shirt and he's got a gun?
Oh yeah.
Whoa, no.
That's
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was like basically, does anyone have anything, against this marriage? And he's like, he lifts up his shirt. And he's like,
I didn't
Anyone?
think so.
okay, now.
Only in America.
That was John in that moment. We all got Michigan. We all got Michigan, right?
So Michigan, and then you guys got Georgia, and I got Ohio State. So, all right, well, it should be an interesting weekend of football. We'll see some interesting matchups, some good matchups. I think.
Honestly.
I think it's going to be really fun when it's 12 teams. Although I don't like it at the same time.
There's gonna
I don't like
there's
it.
gonna be some interesting matchups.
Keep them coming.
210.
There's going to be
210.
64. There's going to be 64 teams in the college football championship, and then there's going to be 64 teams. It's going to mesh into March Madness. That's how long it's going to be.
No, here's what's going to happen. They're going to play simulated games of Madden when the game comes back to decide the 32 through 64. They don't even play the game.
That's amazing.
And
That's
then
amazing.
the top 32 and then get to play each other
Yep.
after that.
It's
So,
amazing. Yeah, they're gonna hit CPU for CPU.
mhm.
Just play the game out on TV. I
Yeah.
love it.
And
All right,
schools are gonna be watching from their gym and like going crazy. Like you see a
It's
live team in the
electric.
gym, like,
It's
oh, we're winning.
electric. I love it. We just
Well-
solved the college playoff.
We should actually sell that idea. It might work. It might be better than playing the actual game.
We
I
could get a
wish
bowl
we were.
sponsored. We're
Me-
spitting ideas
In the
today.
semifinal by noon. It's like, hey guys, if we start 8 a.m. by noon, we got the
Well,
semifinal.
if Jimmy Kimmel's got the LA Bowl, we can get Cinco Squad can get like some sort of
Yeah.
bowl.
The Cinco Squad. Bowl.
Tulane
Where-
Bowl. I want the Tulane Bowl.
Well, according to how you
We bet
fit in
you ain't
fantasy league, it'll be called a toilet paper bowl. So you host it. Where's that sign, bro? Let me see.
I'm not paying you. I spent your money.
What's your free toilet paper?
So it should be a good weekend of sports.
Go sports.
Wait, are we picking a winner or not? We're gonna wait.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We'll wait until next week. See the matchup.
Next year.
We can't pick a winner. Yeah,
Next
I mean,
year.
we really don't have a finalist. So,
Let's win.
but I mean, let us know, everyone, in the comments, what you guys think is your New Year's Six Bowl champions. So we'll come in next year hot with the national championship game.
I'm coming in the next year, baby.
Okay.
What? Okay.
All right, moving on. Next
All
segment.
right. So we thought it was a good
Segue.
idea. We thought we would end of the year with our biggest losers and biggest winners for player and sport or team.
Team. We're doing
Player and sport or player and team.
Go sports.
So we'll start off with
Okay, sport.
All right.
How much of that did you put into Corona?
Last class.
I'm off. I'm really off tonight. I don't know what's going on right now. So
Hey, dude,
I think I'm going from. I think I'm just shutting down right now. Like everything's just shutting down.
It's that blue screen on the old Windows. Do.
Can be trio squad soon. All right, so we're gonna put our biggest loser to start off with, then we'll go biggest winner, and then we'll go to best Cinco Squad moment of the year. And I think we all have it. I think it happened a couple weeks ago, but we'll see. So Mikey Mike, who is your biggest loser for player and team? Or player and team. We're not going to do
loser-
sport.
Okay,
sport.
right. Okay, so biggest loser for 2022. My player goes by the name Michael Conforto. He was a former outfielder for the New York Mets, now an outfielder for the San Francisco Giants. And he's my biggest loser because he did the opposite of what Aaron Judge did. He bet on himself last year and didn't take a contract to rehab and ended up getting less money than he was offered by the Mets the year before.
Didn't he get hurt?
What a guy.
In the offseason. He had a terrible 2021, got hurt in the offseason,
Right.
and chose to not sign a contract.
Yeah.
I just noticed Pat stuck. Chose to not take a contract for the rest of the year and rehab to make sure he was fully healthy, but ended up getting less money than he got entering the 2021 season offered to him. He had a 5-year. He ended up signing, I think, 2 years, like 25 million, something like that. And in the 2021 offseason going into 2021, he ended up signing. He was offered a 5-year, $100 million extension by the Mets.
Ouch.
So he lost like $60 to $80 million.
$60 million.
Yeah. My team actually is the team Michael Conforto now plays for. It's the San Francisco Giants because they went into the offseason with an absolute plan. It was sign Aaron Judge, sign Anthony Rizzo, sign Trey Turner, and keep their pitching. It
worked.
None of it.
It worked in theory.
It sounded great at the time. It didn't end up working out, so they were like, okay, we'll pivot to Carlos Correa. That didn't work. So they ended up settling for Mitch Haniger and Michael Conforto and Sean Manaea as their best pitcher.
I just watched Rookie of the Year the other day, and like it reminds me of like the owner how he's like he's like, look at I got out of the Cracker Jack box. That's what the Giants are. He was playing MLB 2022. He's like, look what I got. No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Just because you sign them on MLB The Show doesn't mean they're on your team.
So you got the Giants, and you have
Giants and
Michael Conforto.
The Giants outfielder Michael Conforto.
Okay.
What you got, Jay?
So I'm going to go the route of the player to me that's the biggest loser is the once male, now proclaimed female that tried to ruin the sport of swimming this year, Leah Thomas. I know it's super controversial, so I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, we could duck out of this one. But and I'm saying more the loser thing because said individual was trying to play the victim role when he's like 8 times bigger than everybody else he's swimming against. And he still got waxed. So he still lost. And he was still crying about people don't understand how I feel. I've been off, I've been taking these pills for X amount of time and blah. And they made this big sob story out of it. And it's like, whatever, loser. Like, you couldn't get it done with the males, and you have to
whatever, loser.
He gets a whole community behind him. Let's feel sorry, but whatever, loser. You're the biggest loser of 2022.
It's hard to beat Katie Ledecky, we'll say that.
Yeah, but he can't do that if he went back on testosterone. He still wouldn't beat her. Biggest team, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it was my Kentucky Wildcats bowing out in the first round of the NCAA tournament. To the St. Peter Peacocks because number one, we lost to a team called the Peacocks.
We saw a lot of Peacocks.
Second thing, I think it might be the first team with the National Player of the Year with such a high ranking to lose in the first round as well. So such a wasted year.
Such a wasted
Wildcats.
year.
It could have gone on a deep run. Could have played North Carolina in the Elite Eight and beat them and beat in the championship.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda,
What coulda, shoulda, woulda did not happen. So Kentucky Wildcats, you are my biggest loser.
They just went really limp against the Peacocks,
basketball.
Flaccid, if you would.
The same, weren't they at John's wedding?
They climb trees.
The Peacocks, they do climb. We now know they climb trees.
It's the only thing my videographer got was a freaking
porn star Railway showed up
the year of the
Peacock cut serving hors d'oeuvres.
The only thing he got on the video that I got a clip of is a peacock.
Yeah, boy.
Well, there you go.
Sorry.
Peacock.
Go ahead,
Didn't get
Pat. Pat, go ahead.
Who's your biggest loser of the year?
Biggest loser. I need a drum roll from the Blue Bloods. Coach K.
Oh,
what an asshole! Am I right? Dude, he loses to UNC on the day they're commemorating him on Coach K court, and he just yells at his players, yells at the crowd, yells at the student section. Shut up and listen to how great I am. Shut up. I almost said fuck, but I didn't. Credit to me.
He did.
But then he plays UNC
You
in March
monetize?
Madness, Final Four. First time he ever plays them, loses. He wrote it out so perfectly to ride off in the sunset, and he still failed. What a goddamn loser. My other loser, my team, we actually talked about this earlier, the Denver Broncos. How bad did they fail at this experiment? They got Hackett to get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers does not go to Denver. He signs back to Green Bay. They go for a consolation prize. It is Russell Wilson. Give all their picks. And Seattle looks like a way better team and a better, smarter franchise right now. I'm saying that about the Denver Broncos, who are historically good. They have not made the playoffs in 7 years after winning the Super Bowl. And I don't see that streak ending anytime soon under Russell Wilson.
Mikey, didn't you predict they would only win 4 or 5 games this year?
I think so, or at least somewhere.
We'll have to go back and Mike. We'll go back and try to put that together because I want to see what predictions were right.
Yeah.
So yours was Coach K and the Denver Broncos. I'm gonna go with who am I gonna go with? The biggest loser is Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy because in the NFC divisional game they decide, let me run the ball with 10 seconds left, 40 yards with no timeouts, and then not know that you don't have any timeouts, and then run the game out of and basically lose the game out for that.
That was also the Nickelodeon game.
Biggest freaking loser is them because it was just like, okay, and this guy's a $40 million quarterback, number one. Number two, when Mike McCarthy goes to the podium, that was our scheduled play. That was like a planned play. Yep. You don't go up and say that.
I admit that.
Why would you admit that? Just say it was just what he had.
I wish he put the dunce cap on and did the tweet.
So exactly, we all were like texting each other like, I can't believe he just did that. We can't believe he just did. Like I remember like the texts were just like going. I'm like, I can't believe.
Situational awareness 0.
Yes, 14. I think it was 14 seconds left. He ran it 40 yards. Ended up not being able to spike the ball because when you get a first down in the pros, the clock still runs. It's not like college. In college, that would have worked great because the clock doesn't start until they get set. But how dumb of Dak, or was it Dak, or was it was Dak, and he didn't hand the ball to the umpire. That was the biggest thing. But yeah, biggest loser is Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. And then my biggest loser as a team is the Syracuse Orange basketball team last year. Just their first losing season in 46 years. Oh. You know, I love my team, and Pat knows. Like me and him, like get so pissed off. You know, we text back and forth all the time. But it was just terrible to see them perform at such a pitiful. There was no energy. There was no nothing. They just. For example, they were up 25 against Miami, and they blew a 25-point lead. They were up 20 on North Carolina, blew a 20-point lead against North Carolina. So every single game.
I pushed all that out of my head. God damn it.
You know, so every single game they were up, and then they just blew the leads. It's just pitiful to see you would be a Division I athlete, and you're not performing to that. You know, you're not working hard. And that's the thing that made me mad last year. So
it stings more because of the narcissism on the team too.
Correct.
Having Bayheim boys on there and you suck.
Yeah, exactly. So biggest losers are the Syracuse Orange men's basketball team last year. Their month of January specifically was just terrible. So
yeah, they didn't even reach March. So
yeah, first time in 46 years they had a losing season, which is crazy.
Yeah, thanks, John. I was having a good night.
Yeah, me too. Go on. That's why I started off with. That's why I started off with a loser. Now I'm starting off with a winner. So
yay!
Mikey
Mike.
Let's feel good.
Mikey Mike. Oh, and everyone, let us know if when you're watching this, rewatching this. Let us know who your biggest losers, biggest winners are, and everything in the comments. We'll react to it on the next show. So, biggest winners of 2022. Mikey Mike, go ahead.
Well, we must start off with our biggest winner as a player, which has to be
Of course it does.
Jamie. You know, Jamie. It has to
All
be.
rise.
Carlos Correa?
Hey, he did it.
Never. No, all rise. Here comes the judge. It's Aaron Judge. He bet on himself, and goddamn, did he not win?
Mhm.
Damn it, that man is beautiful. He did
And
it.
I'm so happy.
I like his tooth.
9 years. Let me
I
say
like
that
his
again.
tooth.
He got it fixed. He got his teeth fixed.
He shouldn't have.
I know. It was part. Right. It was part of the charm.
It's like J. Cole says.
So you
Crooked
can't have
smile.
everything, man. He's
Right.
got size,
You can't be
athleticism,
perfect.
records.
Yeah, but no, he
Just have a bad tooth.
He's absolutely the winner of 2022. He literally set the AL home run record. He won the MVP, and he has the highest position player contract in MLB history.
Whee! And who does he
And
play
he-
for?
Well deserved.
The New York Yankees.
Well deserved contract.
My team actually may come as a surprise because I don't normally watch the sport, but how can the winning team not be the entire country, specifically the national team of Argentina?
Yep.
Recency bias.
Boo!
Recency
USA.
bias.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
No, it's one of the best players still in the world, and he finally got the one trophy he had never won, and he brought it home. I don't know, Jamie. You can enlighten. How long has it been since they've won? Since Maradona?
86, I want to say.
Yeah, with the hand of God.
Yeesh.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Whoa,
80,
what?
1986.
Hand of
Yeah, the hand of God.
That sounds like a finishing move. I like it.
It does too, actually. As a wrestling fan, I
Right?
do like that.
Yeah.
But
That's a
yeah,
free
no,
one. I'll give that one to you.
it's got to be Argentina in as we said last week, the best soccer match we've seen ever. They came out on top, and kudos and I commend them for the effort they put forward, even though they shouldn't have taken Di Maria out. But yeah, Argentina's my team of the year.
Nice.
Pat, what do you think?
Ooh, okay. I also had Aaron Judge as the winner.
Of course.
I kind of figured that was going to go. Mainly because my grandma likes Aaron Judge. So
There you go. Well, Grandma's
if
smart.
grandma likes Aaron Judge, everyone's got to like Aaron Judge, you know?
Yep.
He's a people pleaser.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Me and him got that in common. Yeah. My team, we spoke on it very briefly. The St. Peter's Peacocks. They are the team. Everything Jamie said poorly about Kentucky, we will talk highly about St. Peter's. They were the team that got the people going. They beat Kentucky. Would you say that was the number one team that they beat? Would you say Kentucky's very good and they lost to St. Peter's? Say that again.
I said they had the National Player of the Year, a 2 seed that lost to a 15 seed named the Peacocks.
They lost to a team called the Peacocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
my
can't-
team.
I can't stress it enough. They got invited to John's wedding.
They
Once
John
already
knew. John knew.
He knew. That was a
rolling up
prediction.
cigars at John's wedding.
It was letting us know what March was going to be.
They got invited before the tournament even started. You're welcome.
Signs. They climb trees. If you take anything away from this podcast,
And they fly.
Climb trees.
And they fly.
And they fly. I never knew they
Yeah.
flew.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. When we got there and I saw them fly, I'm like, did I drink? Like, am I drunk
That was
right
one
now?
of the best parts of
That
as a side note,
colorful chicken's flying.
that's what
I don't
made
think that duck's supposed to fly.
that's what made John's wedding extra special. Not only was it an amazing moment for our brother, but we learned facts about animals.
The groomsmen and John were just staring at them, and everyone's like, "Turn around!" I'm like,
was
Y'all,
amazing.
I deal with peacocks where I work every day. Yesterday morning, there was 45 of them coming across because they live across the road, all coming at one time on the fence, and 30 of them just jump up at one time.
"They live in an apartment building."
And I chase them back up. No, they're
That's
in
good.
one street
It's
over.
a condo.
They
It's a
all live in
condo.
like 3 gardens. And
That's
they all
called a-
live in Chester and
That's called a gaggle of
There
cocks.
you go, a gaggle of cocks.
Scientifically, it's a gaggle of
Cocks.
All
cocks.
right,
They
next.
call that Kim
Gaggle.
Kardashian.
Pat, who do you want next? Damn it! Ding, 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 ding.
Jamie, give us your winners.
So the absolute universal honorable mention is Lionel Messi, of course, who's had his kudos. But I'm kind of going in a different direction here because he's had the whole universe riding him this week and deservingly so. the greatest of all time, probably finished his international career on the highest note you could finish on. I'm going with the young man from Spain, Carlos Alcaraz, who put himself in a position to be the youngest male ever to be ranked number 1 in the world at 19 years old. Absolute phenom, broke out on the scene. Everybody's worried, like, where's men's tennis going to go? Is it going anywhere? Can anybody beat Djokovic or Nadal? And Federer's retired now. Is the sport going anywhere? It's been 20 years of the same thing. This guy bursts onto the scene, wins the U.S. Open in emphatic fashion. I mean, unbelievable the matches that he played to win it. Multiple 5-setters back to back to back. And the kid just has so much heart. And he is the new face of tennis, and that's exciting to see.
Was he the one that slept at the
being
courts?
ranked number 1 is insane. Pardon me?
Was he the one that slept at the courts?
That slept? No. That's the American kid. That's the young American kid. I can't remember his name.
He's got a good story too.
He made it to the semis, and he Carlos beat him in the semis. But he has a great story as well.
Okay, yep.
My team might surprise you guys is the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that the Bengals kind of made people realize that the Chiefs are not the team that people thought where the Super Bowl has to go through Kansas City. I mean, they beat them in Kansas City, but I think a lot of people already had the Chiefs penned in for the team that anybody has to beat. And everybody thought, hey, they're going to the Super Bowl and that's it. The Chiefs are going to beat the Rams or whoever they play. Right. And kudos to Cincinnati for winning multiple road games, getting to the championship. And if it wasn't for a superb defensive performance by Aaron Donald, they may have won that game. And so they played a great game in the Super Bowl as well. Joe Burrow stamped himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So they're my team because they kind of came out of nowhere and made a Super Bowl run. And I think that's probably one of the more exciting runs I've seen out of any team in recent years, where it was kind of unpredictable that they were the ones that were going to get there.
Joe Burr.
What you got, John?
So my player is not going to come from any surprise, but my biggest winner is number 1 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
He hasn't won anything yet.
He is my biggest winner because he pretty much bet on himself without betting on himself. The reason why is because he had the same scrutiny that McNabb had coming into the league. McNabb was not wanted by anybody from the Philadelphia fan base when he was drafted. Yeah. And I can see similar styles of play, similar, able to throw the ball down the field. And that was my biggest question mark. I think at the time I was a big hater on him because I thought we had a quarterback in Carson. And I just think, I still think Carson got a raw deal. I still think he basically, got ran out of the league. But my biggest winner is Jalen Hurts because, he went out and said, screw all the critics, screw everything. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do what's best for the team. I'll work hard. He busted his ass. He worked with his teammates. He went to OTAs. He didn't say he was too good for not go to practice or, opening practices in the spring. So he worked with the guys. He got himself, thanks to Howie Roseman, he got himself a great receiver in A.J. Brown. But without that team, I think we proved last week that that offense runs thoroughly through him. So biggest winner is Jalen Hurts. Even though Mike, he hasn't won anything, he still is a great accolades this year. I mean, you can't say he's not.
He made strides.
He's effective through the air and through the run game. So biggest winner is
that Carson went out and did shit.
I can and I can't because that's another conversation because I had this conversation the other day and I just had it with you actually. Just saying that I
had it with you.
I literally just told you everything I just said. So I don't agree with you. So he got a raw deal.
Give me 10 seconds.
Carson got a raw deal in Philly, and I just think that we showed it with Miami and Tua. Tua was never believed in by his coach, by his GM. He wasn't wanted. So if you're not wanted, you feel that.
Well, at the end of the day, he do his best Kirk Cousins impression, and how you like that?
So we'll see what happens. My team was difficult because there was a few different teams. It was between a few different ones, but I'm gonna go with the UNC Tar Heels last year. As much as it pains for me to do this as the ACC foe, it was very
Off the screen.
it was very, very awesome to see them, play their best basketball. And I say this all the time.
Awesome?
You don't have to. No, it was awesome to see them like come together as a team because it reminded me of the Syracuse teams that used to do that. They weren't the best teams. UNC wasn't even close to being the best team in the ACC.
Just
They
talk
weren't
about
even,
Coach K. Let's talk about that again.
so like I think that they were great going down the stretch. I think they were a good team this year. Biggest winner was them because they came from nothing to being in the championship game, and they lost to a better team ultimately.
They lost to the floorboard. Yes.
Oh my God, they would have lost the game anyways, Mike.
No, they wouldn't have.
Say what up?
You don't know that.
Say
I
that.
do know
that.
that.
I love
You
it.
don't know that. Armando Baycott would
All
have
right, all right. Biggest winner is Kansas. Sorry, never mind.
There you go. You picked the winner.
No, but I mean, I do give them credit because they reminded me of that UNC team was not the Bills' most talented throughout the whole year, but they played their best basketball at the right time, and that's all it is about Max. Syracuse. Pat and I've seen it through Syracuse years and years and years. So
They always show up in March.
Two honorable mentions that could have made this list: Matthew Stafford, for sure.
yes,
Sweet redemption after such a tumultuous start to his career, and Rory winning the Masters.
he didn't win the Masters.
I thought you won the Masters. Who won the Masters?
Scotty Scheffler.
That's
Imagine
right,
if he
that's
did,
the
though.
Yes, he would have been.
He could have won it.
Rory won.
We're just
Hold
saying.
on. Rory won the FedEx Cup.
That's it. The FedEx.
He didn't win the Masters.
Prestigious
Yeah,
FedEx.
yeah.
That's right.
So no UPS, just FedEx.
They work.
No.
They have a thing down the road from me.
That's where he was.
So that was. We'll put up our list here later after the show. But here's what I want to know: is what is your best Cinco Squad moment of the year? Pat, you go first.
I thought I bring this up a lot when I talk to people about this podcast. It goes to the beginnings when I spilled my beer on episode 1.
That was great.
Scary. I still replay it. I know it's pinned on our Instagram. Check out our Instagram. It's everyone's reaction to me spilling the beer, and it's epic. It's epic. It's Renaissance
It
even.
was a good time.
If I remember correctly, I went, "Oh, there goes Pat's beer."
And, you know what? You gotta crack another soldier up. Life gets you down. You just pack another one. Let's go. Go on, someone else.
You gotta throw it to someone. My best moment is Pat doesn't know how to throw it to people. No, that's
Jamie, you're over there.
Pat, we're just sitting there like, hey.
It's way past my bedtime. Jamie, what you got? What's the best moment?
One of the most funniest moments to me was the first time that we completely cut someone out, and that I believe might have been Mikey's first time giving his rant when he said,
"Oh yeah,
tonight
Yep.
we pay homage to the one, the greatest quarterback in the league, Mr. Danny." And before Dimes came out, he was out of there, and I think three of us were just cracking up. That
Rightfully
we interrupted
so.
his first rant ever for talking the absolute most crap one could talk in a rant to begin the show. So that to me is one of the best moments on the show by far.
The feeling
Mike,
out process on the
I'll
Danny
get to
Dimes.
you
is
here,
great.
where you've had many a moments on the show too.
yes
Yeah.
you have." Yes,
I will go with the one that I think John was talking about earlier, which
Bastard.
was your guys' reaction to my single joke. Because
The timing of that was great.
It
didn't.
Bro, that was hilarious.
I didn't think so at the time, and then I rewatched it a bunch of times because when I clipped it, and I was like, wow, what an out of body experience! Like I didn't even
Because it was just off. It was literally. Yeah, it was literally like Pat said something. He's like, "That's why I'm single."
The timing was comically perfect. I almost spit my drink out.
John, what do you? Well, I think I know what you got, but what do you got?
Well, that was it, and then you took it, you bastard.
My joke.
My money, I need it now.
Yeah, exactly. Good, you went with it.
My best moment is just starting this. I think ultimately just starting the podcast. I know it's a little sentimental, but
Aw.
it was great. I look forward to Thursday. Well, I think the second best moment is the fact that we changed it from Fridays to Thursdays.
I was thinking about that earlier.
7 o'clock to 8:30 to 8:45.
Cinco squad. There's only
Whatever
4
time
hours.
we get here.
Whenever we get here. So,
Deal with it, bitches.
yeah, I think my best moment is definitely starting the podcast and continue this. I look forward to Thursdays every week. It's a fun time for us to just kick back and just laugh and talk sports for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So definitely, I think the beginning of the podcast for sure.
I got honorable mention is all the great drinks Mike brings to this show.
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
That's my favorite
Appreciate
weekly moment.
we're gonna be sponsored by like a diabetes commercial or something.
Well, that is,
You got diabetes.
Welcome to Cinco Squad. Hot Pockets.
that's a Kit Kat cake.
I got me an Oreo cake.
So here's one that I think we were talking about in the group chat, and what our bold predictions are for 23.
Ooh,
I don't know if you guys thought about this. I know I didn't, but
No, I didn't.
Well,
I know I didn't think.
No, if you guys don't have anything, I literally have a list, so I want to see what you think.
You want to do that, or Jamie? Do you have something?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I got
Yeah,
it.
go ahead. Shoot the list.
Okay, Pat said you said you have one.
Yeah, but shoot your list, Mike. Shoot it on the
Okay.
screen.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot on the screen.
Okay,
please.
so I have a list. Here's some bold predictions.
Hi, John.
Hi.
First, Kyrie, Harden, and KD will all leave Brooklyn.
Harden's not. Harden's not in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Technically, he did. So
Yeah.
How did you know? He did last year.
Kyrie and KD will leave Brooklyn.
Okay.
Ben Simmons staying on the bench.
Yes.
My legs don't work.
On 1 second, Mike. Garrick says his first episode. He goes, my first episode watching was his favorite, and then episode 19.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
Also,
what was
just
episode
as a-
19?
I don't remember what episode 19 was.
That's
I don't know.
half a lifetime ago.
But yeah, no, guys, that was 30 episodes ago.
20.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Or 20. It was 20 episodes ago. So second, the Giants will finish below the Rockies in the NL West. So Dodgers, Padres, Rockies,
I think that
Giants.
pitching is still good enough.
No, I don't think so. I don't think below the Rockies.
Rockies are that's
They're Rocky.
listen.
They do play,
The
they do
Rocky.
play Colorado though.
Russell Wilson shows up. It's a whole different
Yep,
sport because he
Exactly.
plays football.
Exactly.
We have Russell Wilson in center field in full Broncos uniform. Please get the security team off the field.
Rockies country. Let's ride. Gonna win with something in Denver. All right. Cristiano Ronaldo spurns LA and New York and signs with Orlando FC.
Oh, too small of a market, but that would be the story of the year.
Didn't
That's
he
why-
sign with someone?
Saudi
Messi.
Arabia.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, he signed with Saudi Arabia, but it's
Yeah.
only
It's on
like
the
a,
Live
it's only a
tournament,
one-year
right?
deal.
Yeah, because $75 million.
$1 1-year deal,
Yeah.
something stupid.
Sheesh.
They think he's coming to the U.S. after that contract's up.
Miami or New York for sure. I think.
The Texas Rangers earn a wild card spot.
Texas what?
Texas
Rangers.
Rangers earn a wild card spot.
I think they win that division, but yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Over Seattle?
Seattle's winning that division.
I like the bold.
Okay, Mike, then we don't have to play the season then. Seattle's winning that division. Fine, whatever.
Okay.
You got
in,
more,
the
Mikey?
in the NHL, the Devils miss the playoffs. The Bruins are knocked out in the first round.
I like
Yes.
both of those.
Yeah, me
Yep.
too.
That's great.
The Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup.
Oh, Toronto, stand
That's
up.
the bold one.
In
Toronto,
NHL 23.
stand up.
Canada gets one.
You got to win a playoff series first.
Yeah, really.
Exactly. The Grizzlies win the NBA title in 7 games.
That was
Wow.
gonna be
can
mine.
happen.
That was going to be mine.
That could happen. If everyone stays healthy, yes.
That
Mine
could
was
happen.
specifically
Over the
they'll
Celtics.
reach the finals.
Yes.
They beat the Celtics.
Actually,
in
yeah,
7?
that's who I have them playing is the Celtics.
Yeah, I could see that happening, man.
And finally, MLB free agency next offseason will see no deals above $300 million.
Yeah,
No.
Nah, I don't see that. I see there's going to be probably who's in the free agency class though. I mean, I'm sorry.
Potentially, and this is kind of a loophole.
Depends on the player, right? So
the
yeah,
only one I see that might get it is Otani.
Oh,
yeah,
hell
100%.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. He's going to get 500 probably.
No.
450.
Not for what he's got left. He's gonna be. I don't think he's. They're gonna tack the years on to give him.
Carrera might be a free agent still.
He might honestly. But my only other thought is that there might be a loophole in this where Otani doesn't count because there's talk that he's gonna end up getting traded at the deadline and immediately signed to an extension. So I'm talking the offseason. If Otani makes it, maybe, but past that, I don't think so.
He should get traded to the Yankees.
For what?
To just
Aaron Judge.
No.
some viable franchise should get Otani.
He's going to be a
Like-
Dodger. He's going to be a Dodger.
Besides the Dodgers.
Hey, Mike, how about this one? The Jacksonville Jaguars and Detroit Lions both make their conference championship games next year.
No. Next year?
Next year, not this year.
Not
Okay,
this year.
so the 23-24 season.
Mhm.
Correct.
That's okay. That maybe. I was thinking this year. I'm like, not yet.
Say that again.
The Jacksonville Jaguars and Detroit Lions both make their conference championship game, not this playoff, next year's playoffs. So, like, going into
Conference
2024.
championship.
So, bold prediction for Cinco Squad. Cinco Squad will get 500 subscribers on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Cinco Squad will enter the top 100.
We only have 480 to go on YouTube and 900, 400.
Who's
400
counting?
Who's counting?
But who's counting?
We gotta make
appreciate
that.
everyone.
we gotta
on
make-
subscribing.
Yes, we do. We appreciate everyone, all the viewership and everything.
Oh, episode 9, I was not on it. That's why I do not remember it.
Yes.
19, bro. Get
Yeah,
it right.
that's what Garrick said. 19. Pat was not in it to specify. Otani, there's no way. Do either the Jags or Lions win that conference championship game?
Whoa.
I don't think either of them win it yet. However, one or both of them could win it the following year.
I will definitely say Lions and Jags will win the division.
Division, right.
They'll
right.
win their divisions.
Yes.
Agreed. So I think we should end the year, of course, with a Stump the Squad.
I believe
Yeah.
we
Right
have a
over
draft
there.
show as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the last time this year I get to say we bought it. All right, we're about to try and stump each other. We are going to cheat our way through this one because all of us want to win this one bad. I have both my phone and laptop open with about 19 windows right now, so screw you guys. I'm taking it home. But we're going to bet 2 points per question, and the person with the most points at the end gets the final rant of not just the week, but of the year. So this one is for the rest of the marbles of 2022. Pat, take it away. What's your question of the day?
Okie dokie. Here
Let
we
me
go.
get the scoreboard ready.
Scoreboard. Johnny
Oh,
Manziel.
that boy.
Lord. Score.
It's working good for Johnny in the Canadian Football League. Go ahead.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In the spirit of bowl season, I'm asking who has won the most national championships in the history of college football? Is it Yale, Alabama, Princeton, or Notre Dame?
Yale.
Yeah, I think it's Yale.
Yeller.
That's a lot of Yales.
It's a lot of yelling.
I have not stumped anyone.
Yeah, because wasn't it like the early 1900s? They won like
18.
20 of them. Yeah.
18. I looked it up earlier. Like I was looking up like different questions.
Guy, yeah.
And it literally was one of the questions I was about to ask today.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one, you know. I didn't know the Ivy League, they got the most national championships overall too.
Yeah.
Well, that used to be like the schools that like brought in the football players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only schools that
Football
played
used
it.
to be like the Ivy League. Yeah, the Ivy
Right.
League sport. It's
All
crazy.
right, Jonathan, Michigan. You're next.
Michigan.
Michigan.
All right. So Alabama
Bama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide has played in a lot of bowl games.
Yeah, they have.
Mhm.
How many bowl games have they played in?
Too many.
Jesus.
Too many.
Is it 65, 60, 50, or 70?
Give me those numbers again.
65, 60, 50, or 70?
Bowl games.
Yeah.
60.
Mike says 60.
I will go. It says 65 was the first one.
65, 60, 50, and 70.
I'll go 65.
Pat
I like
says-
65 as well.
Jamie says 65. I have successfully. Are you guys locked in?
Yep.
I have successfully stumped Mike.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
That's a twofer.
That's
Yes,
a twofer.
sir.
So we got
Bama.
one. Roll Tide. So we have Jamie at 4, me at 2, Pat at 2, Mike at 0. And I'm going to throw it to Mike and the Mad Dog.
Yep.
Where's the Mad Dog?
Oh, he's over there.
It's in the heart, man.
He's mad, dog.
We're gonna move sports to baseball. I need you guys to tell me who is the only MLB team to have signed their largest ever contract before 2010. So before the year 2010, they signed their biggest ever contract they've ever given out,
Like the whole entire MLB's
like in
given out.
franchise
Oh,
history.
Franchise history.
Franchise history.
Franchise. Okay.
So I looked at a list of everybody's biggest deals they've ever signed someone to.
Okay.
This is the only team as of this offseason to do it before 2010.
Okay.
A, Oakland. B, Colorado. C, Miami. Or D, Baltimore.
So they haven't done it since 2010? I'm a little
They're-
confused on the question.
Okay, so in a list of every franchise's the biggest contract they've ever given out, this is the only team to have signed that deal before 2010,
Oh, okay. Okay.
given the increases in, everybody signing big deals now and stuff like that.
Baltimore.
Okay, Pat says Baltimore.
So can you read the teams again?
Yes. A,
Oakland.
Oakland. B, Colorado. C, Miami. Or D, Baltimore.
I'm going to say Miami. No, I think it's Baltimore too. Yeah.
Okay, so Pat and John say Baltimore.
I think Chris
Jamie?
Davis. Yeah.
Oakland, and this is the history of the team,
This is in franchise history.
and they haven't, and just so I have to make sure I'm hearing the question right. Say it one more time.
So this is the only team in the MLB today
Yeah.
that signed their largest contract given out in franchise history before the year 2010.
It's just a weirdly worded question.
Oakland.
But
Okay.
yes. You said
I was
Oakland
thinking
to
Oakland
Baltimore.
too with Billy Bean there.
They never signed anybody big.
So
But they never signed big things in the whole franchise.
Okay, so
That's
so
the thing.
Pat and John are locked in at Baltimore. Jamie's locked in at Oakland.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have successfully stumped John and Pat. The
No.
Oakland Athletics
I
signed
even gave the reasoning too.
Eric Chavez to a 6-year, $66 million deal in 2004.
Chavez. he's
Chris
fucking
Davis was
good,
signed,
man.
I believe, in like 2012 or 2013.
That's what I was thinking. It's Chris.
That's what I was thinking, and it's so notorious too.
Yeah.
Looks like Jamie's our winner this week, but we'll go to our next question. Who's our
All right,
next one?
everyone. I'll make this one really easy on you. You guys
Yay.
should get this.
This is a 10-point question.
Who won the World Cup?
Oh,
Who
man.
won the World
Man.
Brazil.
Name all the teams that didn't win the World Cup.
This one's super easy, right? So, as of Christmas Day, LeBron became the all-time individual to play in Christmas games. Prior to that, who did he tie with for most games played on Christmas Day?
I think I know the answer.
Was it A, Steph Curry, B, Kobe Bryant, C, Michael Jordan, or D, Larry Bird?
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, it's Kobe.
Kobe.
Everybody's locked in on Kobe.
Yeah.
Made that one super easy for you guys.
Thanks. Appreciate
Long
you.
live the great mom.
Thanks, Jamie.
However,
Well, because I'm just thinking, like, I only see the Lakers. Like, in my head, I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Like, Steph is interesting. I think in, like, 10 years, Steph might be up there. 10 to, if he's
But
that.
he's missed 2 Christmas games though. with
That's
injury.
true. That's true.
Mm.
So Jamie, I have to hold on.
Yeah, dude. Wait for it.
It's like knowing the results. You already know. You just go, all right,
And
Doc, give it to me.
And actually, I will say this: this breaks a tie.
Bastard.
Jamie is now second.
Kevin Spacey won for his
Claim the
performance in
all-time.
Kevin Spacey.
God.
I apologize, Jamie.
All right, gentlemen. Look, my rant is not going to consist of digging into anybody or praising anybody. I want to take this time to thank all of you gentlemen for the time that you guys put in week and week out to making this a success. And when Mr. Cinco pops up as well, it's something that I truly appreciate every week, is having this moment with you guys to just sit down and enjoy an hour, hour and a half, however long we choose to rant and talk about sports for. I truly am grateful for having you guys in my life and meeting you guys, and look forward to making 2023 even bigger and better. Make this show get out a little more into the masses, see if we can appeal to bigger crowds in different places and different spaces. But just want to take this time to thank each one of you for the time that you spend to make this a success, and for the time you choose to give every week so we can have this brotherly bond. So, gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, Cinco Squad to the world, baby.
Yes, sir.
God.
Hey, man.
Cheers. Thanks you, Jamie. Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Jamie.
Of course.
It's tough for us to say this, but we've come down to Quattro Squad, and you're the
You're the cut. No.
Okay.
Well, this is gonna be awkward.
We just saw Mr. Cinco's screen rolling in right now. He's like, wait a minute. Just
No, I agree.
No,
I
you wouldn't.
think that's why I said that's the best moment. Is ultimately I knew I wasn't going to win the reign of the week, but we do have a tiebreaker winner. So I'm going to do the Stump the Squad leaderboard, and right now Jamie has passed. He's passed me. Mike has 15 wins. I have 6. Jamie has 7. Pat has 3, and Mr. Cinco has 1.
You know
And then-
what? That's not as bad as I thought it was going to look.
What do you mean? Mike's ahead by like
Mike went on like was he on like a 6 or 7 week
8.
win streak or something?
8.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
8.
So we'll go that.
That's my.
We'll have that go
moment.
into 2023 and then see what happens in 23. But yeah, I really appreciate all you guys. Everyone that's listening. Definitely appreciate Mr. Mike down there for doing all the graphics and all the Instagram posts and everything. He works, every day to put those up and everything. So I wanted to shout him out. So thank you, Mike, for all your hard work on that and everything. And appreciate you guys every single week.
Absolutely. Yeah. No.
R.I.P. to the athlete of the century.
Correct. I was about to say that too.
A life well lived and a life that brought the beautiful game, as they say in Brazil, jogo bonito, to the entire world. He was a unique, one of a kind, generational player, generational individual, and so may he rise in peace, and may his family be able to celebrate and mourn him in privacy, even though the whole world is going to join them in that. But great man, legend in the game. There won't be anybody else. There'll never be another Pele. So.
Yep.
The sports world has lost another giant. It seems like we lost a lot in 2022.
Yeah, ain't kidding.
This is a huge giant.
Yes,
that is
definitely. Definitely.
So,
rest in peace to Pele. Is it Pele or because I heard different sayings on TV. I was like, is that how you say it? So but definitely. Definitely. And this is our show for 2022. It's been a great ride. We'll bring in the new year with episode 40. We'll be here next Thursday in 2023. Wish everyone a safe and happy new year. Please be safe out there and
be safe.
And
go
blue. Go
yes,
blue.
You're right. Go Big Blue.
Go Birds.
Big Blue.
We'll see you guys next year.
Win something. Come on,